Welcome into Sports City Nation. Today is Friday, March 6th, so that means we have to talk about Jeff George. Also, 9-year-olds entering the transfer portal. What am I saying? And we'll check in with Las Vegas's enhanced games as we check in with sports with balls.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between by idiots, for idiots.
Right here on the enhanced version of Sports Idiot Nation.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome into Sports Idiot Nation. It is I, along with the Ballsy One and T.I. This threesome has not had a sexual encounter. I mean, a podcast encounter for quite a while. It's been a while. So it's going to be a fun one. Happy Friday, everybody. So, Jeff, I got to start with you, man, because before the show, you, this might be one of the shows where I get a headache from laughing, bro. Like, some of the stuff that you got for us. I love having you on because you're just like another co-host because obviously T.I. is worthless. So it's nice to have.
You know, if I would have had a little bit more heads
we
up,
love T.I.
If I'd had a little bit more heads up, I wanted to do the AI versus T.I. And we'll get to that. Right? So AI versus T.I. coming up, man, for sure. But yeah, man, because look, we have to fill the time because we're in this little void where we're in the business of content, and right
no
now
man's land.
we're just like in the middle of the ocean, man, and there's just like not a ton going up. And I hate grasping for straws, but it's kind of what we're doing at this point, man. So yeah, I got a couple of good things to bring up today, man. It should be a really fun show. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. All right. So let's start with these kids in Florida, man. I hate to be a get off my lawn kind of guy, but these kids in Florida, man, what do we got going here?
Okay, there is a 9-year-old youth football player. He's entered the transfer portal. This is insanity. This is insane. He has a flyer. He said thank you to his old.
How old is this kid?
This kid is 9 years old. Oh, and his name is Levi Tonka. Yeah, like Tonka Toy. Levi Tonka Rodriguez, class of 2036. This is all over the internet, right? He's got like 30,000 followers.
God.
Listen, his height, he's 4'2", weighs 85 pounds. It has his Instagram. This is on a flyer that's all over the internet. And he says that he wants to thank his other team for all they've done for him, but he's looking for the right fit, good coaching, development, meaningful reps, and most importantly, a team where he can have fun and work hard to be the best player he can be. So there you go.
Meaningful reps. Meaningful reps.
Meaningful reps. Got you, T.I.
Yeah.
Meaningful reps.
Yeah, is he pro? I mean, I have to ask: is he pro Xbox or pro PlayStation? I mean, those are the things that matter. At 9 years old, my God, Tonka, you hear Tonka Trucks? If you hear that, get after Levi for your endorsement. Kool-Aid McKinsky out there, signing with Kool-Aid. So why can't the Levi Tonka sign with Tonka?
Yeah,
my
man,
God.
Levi Tonka Rodriguez. Listen,
God,
Tonka was named the defensive MVP at the Coach Mack All-American Bowl, where he recorded 5 tackles, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. So there you go. He is now entering the 9U transfer portal in Florida. So what's next? Baby mama hitting the portal? What's up, man?
Yeah. Also in that game, he had a record 3 hot dogs in the first quarter. The snack game
and
was
a cotton
strong.
candy. And a cotton candy. And a cotton candy.
Like,
these kids, before long, man, these kids are going to be hitting the transfer portal right out of the womb. They're going to be like, oh, no, I need a new mom.
a new mom.
Yeah, mom and dad ain't going to cut it. Mom and dad ain't going to cut it.
Yeah.
He's like pushing himself up on the chest, looking up. Mom and dad like, nah, you ain't going to work. Transfer portal. Come on, sign me up.
It says his post says year 2 loading. Year 2. Holy shit, man. Year 2 loading. First, a huge thank you
of pre-puberty.
It
Yeah.
says,
Year 2 of
first,
pre-puberty. Yeah. Okay. What?
a huge thank you to the Cowboys organization for being great to me and my family. With that said, I'm officially hitting the portal in 2026. Listen, 2026 fall season. I want to thank LeBron James for all of this. Okay, that's just what I want to. I want to thank LeBron James for the announcement, and this is where we are now. This is where we are, folks. Thanks, LeBron. Thank you.
Dude, he did
Oh,
do
man.
What way
it
to
for
open the show?
charity. Like he gave how many millions to the Boys and Girls Club of Miami or of Cleveland or something, Czechoslovakia, I don't know. He gave it to somebody. I mean, it was for a
China.
good cause.
China.
It says year two. This dude says year two
Year
loading.
2. It's year
Loading.
9 of
This
life,
dude-
kid. It's year 9 of life.
This dude is
What are
like
we doing?
Oh,
it's like
Lord.
4 years. Yeah, he's 4 years removed from dropping loads in his diapers, and now he's putting year 2
Come
loading
on, year
on,
two
on the
loading,
internet.
baby. Let's
Loading
go.
dubs.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come
Man.
on. Good luck to you, Levi. Just
Yeah.
wait until the only thing he cares about are girls. Like, he'll forget all about football. He'll be like, oh, yeah, about that thing. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
So,
hope this kid turns out to be a
today-
badass because, everybody has receipts
Yeah,
these days, and this
better.
stuff ain't going nowhere for him.
Right. Right. You
It's
better
like
be a
that
mouth case.
like baby Gronk, his dad's out there peddling him around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't hear much about that kid. You don't hear much about that kid
Yeah.
anymore, And
Thank
he was pretty
goodness.
mid.
So-
all his little highlights were pretty mid. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about a kid. You hear me, baby Gronk? I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Talking about you.
Kid. Leave the children alone. Let's go to the adults, guys, and let's go to the NFL. T.I., I want to start with DJ Moore. So let's get some NFL news
Yeah.
going. Because
That's,
we made a post on Sin, like, oh, now Josh Allen may not get, ousted in the playoffs if he has a real guy to throw to.
Well, actually, the post was the opposite. It's just enough to make sure he does keep getting outs.
Okay, yeah.
Because
Oh,
that's the joke, right? It's like they just, of course,
Well, yeah, Diggs.
when
Diggs was good.
Yeah, and we've got receipts. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Our way too early predictions. I did say I think the Bills are going to get it done next year. I did mention on that show that I think they're going to go after AJ Brown. It's still a really high possibility that they're still going to target him in a trade. They're pulling DJ Moore in. I think they realize that they've got the running back situation solved. They've got the tight end situation solved, but their revolving door of dishwashers and hostess from Applebee's are not going to cut it at the wide receiver position. So DJ Moore may be in the tail end of his career, but we saw last year in Chicago, he came up with some clutch touchdowns, clutch plays. He's still a great receiver. Depending on what they do in the offseason, he may be their one. Of course, if they bring in AJ Brown, he'll probably be the 1A. I think because both those guys are alphas to some degree, but I don't know if either of them have what it takes to be the true alpha dog. But it's a good move. It's a good move for Josh Allen. Definitely best receiver he's had since Diggs, and he's less of a head case than Diggs. So, that's always a good move. I guess we'll see, like, if the Bears win that trade or the Bills win the trade. I think they're getting like a mid-round pick for him or two picks. I'm not sure what they got in return, but
They got a Moore and a 2026 fifth round selection. Or they're sending a 2026 second round pick to Chicago. So they get a 2026 second round pick to Chicago in exchange for Moore and a 2026 fifth round selection. So there you go. Buffalo is sending a 2026 their way. They're getting second round. They're getting back a fifth round in 2026.
There's a lot of talent in the second round, so Chicago probably, we'll see what they do with that pick. But I think Dunzy is ready to take the next step in Chicago. I think they're ready to really let him explode. So it's probably a good move to clear up the wide receiver room a little bit, let him eat. They got their tight end last year who came on strong second half of the year, had barely any drops. So they've got a good core there. So I think Chicago saw it as an opportunity to kind of capitalize on it and get rid of some salary cap issues.
And you never really know about Moore in the locker room. I don't know about Moore's locker room. I don't know if he fit there. That could be one of the things. Look, the Bills are guaranteeing him 15.5 of the 23.5 base salary, coming up. So I just look. Here's the problem I have with this: is you're loading Josh Allen up again. What are your excuses now? It seems like every year the pressure for Josh Allen gets more and more and more and more. And here we go again. No pun intended. Now you've got DJ Moore as a receiver, and it's like, man, if you don't get it done this year, what's your excuse now, Buffalo? Like, really? Like what are you gonna do? So I like that. If you're a Bills fan, you have to love that the team is all in, right? You got to love the team keeps going all in. But I have an issue with this is a lot of pressure. This is a lot of pressure on Josh Allen. If he does not get this done, what do you do now? I mean, you got to just ride it out with him, I guess. I mean, because this will be the most talented wide receiver corps. Yeah, exactly. It's
just Warren Moon. That's all.
You get here and you plateau, or Lamar Jackson. We can go that route or whichever, man. But if you're the Bills, you hope that Kansas City's not good again, right? You hope that there's a couple of teams. You hope that
won't be.
You hope that. Yeah, it's just there's no more excuses, and I don't even know if he had an excuse last year. This is Josh Allen and the Bills again, but it's like, dude, here we go again down this roller coaster with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. He's constantly talked about as one of these top tier quarterbacks, but just can never, ever, ever get over that hump. So DJ Moore's a good signing for him, but only you still got to win that big game, bud. Still got to win that big game.
Here's what I'm ready for.
They need another Shakur. Shakur isn't gonna get it.
Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer, Curtis Samuel.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
It's not. But here's what I wanted to run by you guys. If you're okay with this, are you okay with the Bears being at the forefront of a lot of NFL talk now? Because look, I think this now is a team that we'll be talking about. Now they release Tremaine Edmonds, former Bears coach Eberflus is joining the 49ers as assistant on the defense. Look at the Bears making all these headlines. I don't know if I'm used to talking about the Chicago Bears so much, and I don't hate it. It's weird that we're not completely toasting them and making fun of them, but I think they might be for real as far as over the next 3 years at least of a contending team. You look at the NFC, the Rams, Seahawks, Eagles, Niners, Bears. I don't know if you take a lot of other teams in the NFC. Are you guys okay with Jeff? Are you okay with the Bears being hey, the team that you talk about a lot in the NFL now?
We talk about the Indiana Bears. Is that what they're going to be called now? Is that what we're going? It's not.
Wherever they play, wherever they end up, yeah.
The Indiana Bears. Look, that was a big story for a minute. Yeah. Look, the Bears are actually, they look good. Caleb Williams had a great season last year. Well, I say great. He had a good season last year. They are being talked about a lot. They've got Colston Loveland. They've got Roma Duze. They've got their running backs. I like the Chicago Bears. But here's the thing that's different. The Chicago Bears are always based upon defense. And now all we talk about is the Chicago Bears offense, which is just – that to me is the only strange thing.
Awkward.
All we do is talk about their offense. Yeah, we talk about their offense nonstop, and it's nothing about the defense. If they would bolster that defense a little bit, man, they might be a hell of a team. But I like what they've got going on down there. We knew I forgot their general manager's name, but they brought him in 2-3 years ago, and we knew he was going to be a badass.
Ryan Poles.
Yes, we knew that he was going to be a stud because he was a hell of a GM, right? So. Look what he's doing. He's pulling the right strings. Yeah, he's pulling the right strings, and they're hanging their hat on Caleb Williams now. And so go Chicago, man. I think Caleb has come a long way from the painted fingernails and the zesty character that he was, as the kids like to say these days. I see him kind of molding into a little bit of a leader and an NFL quarterback now, which is fantastic for the Chicago Bears. I can't say there's a lot of quarterbacks that have not gone that direction, but not Roman Dudes, Caleb Williams looks like he's got a hold of that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the average outside of DeAndre Swift, the average age of the offense, I think, is like 22.3 or something, 22.7 or something. So, I mean, they've got a young nucleus. They could be good for many years to come, or they could see some growing pains. So we don't really know. We don't really know yet. And let's be real, they had a couple wins that were crazy wins, eye-popping wins. I mean, overtime plays and things. So their season could have went different way if one or two plays went differently. So we don't really fully know if they're here to stay just yet.
Yeah. We give Jeff the opportunity anytime possible to get on the Houston Texans. So here's your opportunity. They sign Knuckles and they re-sign Danielle Hunter, 1 year, $40 million. That was late last night. So they got Knuckles from Sonic and Knuckles, right? Hell of a back. That is a really good running back, man. All right, here's your time to hate on him. Any hate coming from a one Jeff Michael?
They just signed Trent Brown as well. That was yesterday, to a 1 year extension up to $7 million. That whole team, and a lot of teams in general, but CJ Stroud needs time, and the whole thing's based on that offensive line, right? I like Montgomery. I like Montgomery a lot, and I'm glad he came over here. Do I think that he offers more than Ward does? I don't know. Ward played pretty damn solid, and they look similar. They look really similar. Now, obviously, they're going to have to get rid of Mixon. He's out the door. But there's a lot to Houston agreed to trade starting right tackle Titus Howard to the Cleveland Browns earlier this week, and also has agreed to send Juice Scruggs to the Detroit Lions. That's how they got David Montgomery, right? So there's two more offensive line. It just seems like they're juggling a lot of pieces. But what it all boils down to is C.J. Stroud. His rookie year, he was amazing, but he has slowly regressed since then. I think they are going to bring back Tank Dell. Nico Collins is a hell of a wide receiver, but Tank Dell, I think I weigh more than he does, right? So I don't know. I don't know where the Texans are. I'd like to see Vegas have their over-under. I think their over-under next year is for 10.5. I don't think it's at 11.5. And I don't know if they're going to win 11 games. I don't know. That division has turned out to be pretty damn good, right? The Colts are actually a decent team. Well, started out last year decent, and we all know the Jaguars played well last year. Unfortunately, y'all's Titans, hopefully they get better, but they don't seem like they're heading in the right direction.
Nowhere to go but up, yeah.
Yeah, well,
they can't get worse. Can't get worse. So
no. And hey, you got a good coach. You finally got a good head coach. I can attest to that.
I think we have a good coaching staff. Really, I mean, I like everybody they brought in. It's definitely
who they are.
Yeah,
all bald.
Definitely the best coaching staff we've had all around in the last 10 years. I think. I mean, Mike Vrabel was a good coach, but the guys he surrounded himself with were just awful, man. Shane Bowen and Todd Downing, like, my God, man, all those guys were terrible. And that was part of Vrabel's downfall is he wouldn't make any changes with his guys. He was ready to, ride into war with them no matter, how many DUIs they got or not,
All right, time to go around the horn and see who the over-under for wins. How many do you think the draft? This is on DraftKings, in case you guys want to plug them for a nice little advertisement. All right,
hell no, they're not paying us. Hell no.
How many wins did DraftKings?
Screw them. Until they pay us. No.
Ti, I'll go you first. How many wins do you think DraftKings has the Houston Texans at next year?
How many wins is DraftKings predicting the Texans? I'm going to say they're predicting them at
they're over
10 wins.
10, Adam?
I'm going to say 11.
11, 9.5. 9.5. All right, let's get on down here to the Tennessee Titans. Are they even on this list? Maybe they don't have that on yet.
7. I give him a 7. 7.
Yeah, as much as it pains me, yeah, I was gonna say 6.
Okay, and I'll give him a 7. Just
Dude, I don't
because I
even
like
have. They
it.
might be the only team that's not on here yet. The Cardinals are at 4.5. Dolphins 4.5. Like
Oh
they're not
God.
on here. They don't have them on here yet.
They're waiting to see. They're waiting to see what they're doing. They do have a lot of money to spend.
Yeah.
They got more money to spend than anybody, and they don't have to franchise tag anybody. They're, they got the 4th pick in the draft. So yeah, I guess it is a wait and see with them.
Okay, I said okay.
So what about?
Okay, they do have. They do have them. All right, they do have them. All right, Ti, what is your over under for the Tennessee Titans?
I think he said 6. He said 6.
All right,
I said
Adam, where are you at?
And I give him a 7 because I like their coach.
Split it down the middle. It is 6.5 right there. Man,
You're welcome.
that is dead on too. I don't even know what I'd take.
We know Vegas. We know Vegas.
Just there's like 11 teams for 10.5. Man, Seahawks, Ravens, Bills, Lions, Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, Rams, Eagles, 49ers, and Patriots.
Chiefs?
All.
No way. Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs are at 10.5.
No way. Under. Take the under.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
there's no
overblown.
guarantee. I know Mahomes is targeting a week 1 return, but that's no guarantee.
But there's no. Yeah, I don't think so. And their team is bad, guys. Hello. What are we talking about? Doesn't matter if you got
exactly. They're
Mahomes
one injury away. They're one
and...
injury away from tanking, basically.
And let's get into this. Trent McDuffie, dude. How about the Rams? Just making all the right moves, man.
Rams, fuck them first round picks. They don't care about them.
No, they don't. But look, you get
they haven't had one
number
since
2017.
Talent.
No, but you get
2016. 2016, they haven't had one in 10 years.
And here's what the Rams do. When they do draft, oh, no big deal. 5th round, Puka Nacua. Oh, they finally do get a first round pick. Oh, Jared Verse. Awesome. Like Higbee, that tight end still can make play. Or was it Higbee or they have 19 tight ends? I don't know. They go 19.
Yeah, Higbee is their main
set formation.
Higbee is their main guy, but
But the other guy, I think it was, they drafted him. He still plays.
Kyren Williams.
They hit on their drafts. Kyren Williams. Yep. They hit the draft like no other, dude. It's so frustrating.
Sean McVay he's like the Doctor Strange of football coaches, man. Dude can just see everything,
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
It's very frustrating. When you hate that team, it's very frustrating. I'll tell you that. They are
his
reloaded.
He's just like nonstop in his interviews.
He's intense.
Like, well, he's looking around corners and he's spitting off all these numbers and everything. It's like, slow it down, man.
You're like,
slow it down.
Okay.
Yeah, they were my pick to go to the Super Bowl last year. Obviously, as the season draws closer after the draft, we'll have to do picks again and stuff. But the Rams are good, really good. Stafford MVP season last year. I like them a lot again. I like them a lot. Have you guys brought up the Kyler Murray situation yet? And I bring that up because
not really.
Where is he going to go? I brought up the odds of that. Where do you think the first team that he's going?
I think Minnesota.
Yeah, that's the number one. That's the favorite. In fact, there's such the favorite that it's minus 110 for him to go to Minnesota. That's how big of a favorite he is. He's minus 110. So they pretty much guarantee you he's going to Minnesota. After that, it's the Jets, Dolphins, and Browns.
I mean, I don't think he's going to the Dolphins. The reason why I don't think he's going to the Dolphins is because their head coach is the Packers OC, right? And I just think he's going to go after Malik Willis because he's just familiar with working with him. I think Malik Willis is going to be a Dolphin.
That's fair.
It's a low risk, high reward situation. Bringing in Kyler Murray, there's a lot of added pressure there. Oh, he's got to perform, got to do this. If Malik Willis doesn't work out, then hey, we'll be fine in a few years. They'll bring somebody else in. Who knows? Maybe both of them wind up in Miami and they compete for the starting job. I mean, they're very similar. I think Kyler Murray's a better quarterback than Malik Willis, but Malik Willis has proved he's not that bad if he's in the right situation. So, be interesting to see how that works out. Either that or he signs a 1-year endorsement deal with Call of Duty. and sits out the year and is a professional Call of Duty player.
Needs a gap year.
I did see his farewell to Arizona on his social media. I thought it was a little. What's the word? I think he took a little bit, shouldered too much blame there. Like he's like, I failed the city, I failed us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you fail them or did Arizona fail you? Like, come on, who was your running back the whole time? Like, it was a plethora. There was no like staple there. You had one good receiver, Marvin Harrison, who's in his second year of his career. Like,
and a cancer. Is a cancer survivor? His running back, So
like just that's just all the running backs, man. Yeah, and then Jonathan Gannon was just a terrible coach. Like, he was not a good coach.
Oh God,
I don't know, man.
So bad.
So I mean, I think that was pretty man of Kyler Murray to shoulder the blame, but it kind of says a little bit about his character. He could have been like, "Well, we needed more weapons." This. Instead, he's like, "I wanted to be the one in the drought. I failed us. Thank you for all you've done for me." So I mean, I think he obviously wants to be in a good situation. I think Minnesota gives him a better situation than Miami does, but we'll see. The Jets. So don't even get started on the Jets. Nobody wants to be there.
What were the odds on DraftKings that Jeff George would be mentioned on Sports Idiot Nation? Because I feel like it was plus 8,000 that Jeff George would be mentioned. But here we are. Yeah, because not since Jeff George has someone been transitioned, male, female, tagged, and not since him and Daniel Jones. We'll keep it in T.I.'s division so that he stays interested. We'll talk about the Colts. They're shopping Zaire Franklin, which is nuts to me. He leads the world in tackles over the last two years.
He
and
took
then
a dip.
Daniel
he
Jones.
Took a dip. Last 2 years, he's taken a dip.
But he is still like, come on. That's still a guy that you want to keep. And then Daniel Jones, what is even a transition tag? Does anyone know what a transition tag is?
So a transition tag is basically you're free to go get an offer, but if you get an offer, we are allowed to match that offer. That if they have the Colts will have the last opportunity to sign him, regardless of whatever the offer is. So if somebody wants to get him for $40 million, the Colts can match it, and he stays a Colt. So basically, we like you, but not that much.
Yeah.
Basically, like I want to take you to prom, but I'm really hoping that this other chick says yes.
Yeah. But she doesn't.
But she doesn't. Then
I have the right to retain you.
Yeah.
And you can't leave. You can't leave. And not since the Falcons' Jeff George is when that's happened. So you hit the jackpot if you were betting. You just hit the jackpot, even if you just bet $1. So congrats to our listeners, our 19 listeners who maybe hit the jackpot.
Brought to you by DraftKings.
Yeah. Boom.
Get on it.
We had Canes. This past Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
We got DraftKings. Yeah, we're just racking in.
You guys need
They're made it.
We're getting them all.
You need a national sales rep.
We got them. Yeah.
Are you applying? Because we're hiring. Step into my office.
We paying Disney dollars though. We don't pay in real dollars. It's Disney dollars.
Yeah.
Like
y'all want to get into this enhanced games thing yet, or y'all want to wait till the end for that? Because I have a good little segment.
There's not much NFL left to talk about.
Yeah, because then I want to talk a little basketball. So let's get into this. Go ahead, man.
Well, because the NFL, you talk about enhanced players. Like, my goodness, have you ever seen the offensive linemen when they leave the NFL? Like, they just shrink into like normal-sized human beings, which is the weirdest thing possible. But I did want to bring this up to you guys on May.
Joe Thomas.
What is this?
Joe Thomas of Cleveland.
Yeah, dude, weird. There's a bunch of them that are just tiny and shredded.
Taylor Lewan.
Yeah. So what are they doing? Not steroids? I don't know. Like, it's just insane. But the enhanced games, guys, this is a real thing. I don't think y'all talked about this yet. They're in Vegas, May 21st through the 24th. It is a controversial Olympic-style competitions where athletes are allowed and encouraged to use performance-enhancing drugs under medical supervision. This is wild. There's $1 million if you break a world record in the 100-meter or 110-meter hurdles or something like that, you get $1 million bonus. These are paid. There's doctors everywhere, but there's for the strength events on Olympic weightlifting, they have the snatch and they have the clean and jerk. I'm sure these guys are going to blow that out the water.
Snatch, jerk.
Swimming, they have the 50-meter.
They're from Balco. The doctors are from Balco, though.
Nice.
They're not even real doctors.
There's Olympic athletes that have already signed up. James Magnuson, who's the Australian Olympic medalist, named the Missile. He's going to compete. He's juicing up and getting ready. He won the silver medal in 2012. He came out of retirement to participate in these. It looks like he's going to try to break the record for the 50-meter. This is super interesting to me because are these guys going to smash records because they're taking performance-enhancing drugs? And it's actually like you're supposed to. I mean, and what kind of drugs are you taking? Like, are we pushing the human body to these limits? Like, is somebody going to run a 9-1 100-meter dash? Because I'm down to see that. Like, holy shit, dude. Take a second off like the world record. Yeah.
I'm more
like a guy built. You're gonna see a guy built like the Incredible Hulk out there running like Usain Bolt. You know?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, at this point, I already said years ago, like when we had the Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa battle, and everybody was complaining, oh, they're both doing something. It practically saved baseball. I mean, everybody was into it. It was obvious they both were juicing of some kind. And everyone loved it. And I just said years ago, I said, fuck it, man. Just everybody wants to see home runs. Just let them all do what they want, man. If they ruin their bodies and the team wants to pay them the money to do it, the team takes the risk there. As long
as it's on a level playing field.
I mean, right? Yeah.
The pitchers were doing it. Andy Pettit admitted to do it.
The wrestlers, look at the wrestling for years. Like, come on, man. Like, do you want to watch
Ultimate Warrior?
You want to watch these guys juiced up, like slamming each other around, It's like Scott Steiner. He has a famous quote in wrestling. He's like, I never failed a drug test ever when I was in WWF. He said, because every time they wanted me to take a steroid test, I told them, why don't you get Triple H to come pick me up in a limo and we'll both get tested at the same time. And he's like, and I never got tested, I mean, because it was obvious they were all juicing up, man.
Well, now if you look at the major league players, what's that dude for the Rangers, Aldalnis or whatever? These guys are twice as big as McGwire and Sosa. I mean, and every one of them, dude, Aaron Judge, my Lord, dude. Like, he makes McGwire look like a tiny person. These dudes are all huge. And it's like, what are they taking now that is sort of misrepresented or not, it's not considered a performance-enhancing drug. I mean, these guys are enormous in baseball, like absolutely enormous. And, obviously they still take drugs. I mean, Fernando Tatis got popped last year. You got, George Jerkson Profar just got nailed again, right, for a performance-enhancing drug.
Again, yeah.
This stuff is prevalent everywhere. It's everywhere, and especially in football. I mean, come on, man. So I just think these games that are going to be in Vegas, I'm going to tune in. I'm actually pretty interested to see what these guys do.
Yeah.
They should have
I want to see Joey Chestnut on some roids too.
Yeah, they should have a football throwing contest. I want to see a dude just chunking 110 yards. Remember the old
out of the
Pro
stadium,
Bowl?
like Michael Vick did. Michael Vick did
on
that
commercial.
That was real, right? He really did do that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, should have a midget,
anyway, so
a midget throwing contest. Be able to throw a midget through a target.
Yeah. I think midget sliding,
Small
sort of like they did the midget sliding, where you just throw them across the ground and let them slide, sort of like that little thing that they do in the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, get a little rug burn. It's all right.
so we don't get destroyed in the comments. Sorry, little people tossing
Little
contest.
people. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
You
no,
know,
I
Yeah,
don't
not
care.
allowed to say the. Can't say
it's
the
like
N
Yeah, I
word.
don't
that Sarah. Yeah, it's like that Sarah Silverman. There's a Sarah Silverman stand up where she's talking about political correctness gone wrong, and she's like, yeah, do you think a midget wants to be called a little person? Like, hell no, they want to be called a midget. Like, come on, man, you know. You don't want somebody going, hey, you little guy, hey, you little person. Like, no, just call me a midget. I'm fine with it, you know.
What's the
Yeah.
Seinfeld reference?
All
We
right,
like to be called
let's.
little people. All right, on to the next.
Yeah. Like, so I want to talk a little basketball because I didn't think I would say this, but I feel bad for the New York Knicks because you have Detroit is still a baby team. Cleveland does what Cleveland does in the playoffs. Orlando hasn't stepped up, and the East is like, okay, they're ready. Like Boston is hurt with Tatum. Like, okay, all right, Knicks, go ahead, take it. And now Boston did not fade away. And then hopefully tonight, supposedly, we'll see for sure, Tatum comes back. They have all the momentum. And it's like, dude, I almost feel bad for the Knicks. Like, you thought it was theirs for the taking, the Eastern Conference. And
But
now I got Boston. I got Boston.
well, look at the
They're battle
Hornets. Look at the
tested.
Hornets. Hornets are 16-3
Yeah,
over their last 19 games. You know,
they're a
I
baby
mean,
team still. They're a year away. But I mean,
yeah, but
the
they
Knicks.
got
This was
old
the Knicks' time. This was the
Con
Knicks' time to do
Con
it.
Con Nipple, whatever his name is, Con Nipple,
He
just
broke the
nailing
record,
threes.
most threes. Me
Yeah,
and Jeff actually talked about that.
he's destroying it, man. He's
Yeah,
he's
I,
still
I,
chucking
I
them up.
just hope you have good content. You have good series. And Adam, you and I talked about this last time on the show as well, where if you look at the Western Conference, I mean, nobody like, yay, the Spurs and Timberwolves are facing off in the playoffs. Like, who the fuck wants to see that? Like, absolutely no one. But Boston and Detroit, New York and Boston, New York and the Pistons, the 76ers and the Knicks. Like, you have like blue bloods in the East, like that are powerhouses that are going to go at it. And that is interesting. Tatum, he's back early. I hope that his knee holds up, right? Or Achilles, it is Achilles, right? I
Achilles.
hope
Yeah,
that it holds. I
yeah,
hope it holds up. You don't want any more injuries, but yeah, I mean, dude, they're second. They're
right,
second in the East without him. Like you add him, and of
dude.
course
That's what
they're
I'm
gonna
saying.
gel. Like,
Like,
yeah, it's
it's
just the
just
East.
crazy
Like,
to
the
me.
East is
Like,
way more entertaining. It's just way more entertaining. These are going to be fun
Yeah,
playoff series. Absolutely a blast. San Antonio versus Minnesota, or OKC versus Minnesota, or San Antonio versus OKC. That's not drawing. My brother and I had this conversation the other day. He's like, "What do you think about Wembanyama?" I said he'll probably win a ring or two. But can you imagine that kid if he was in LA or New York? Holy shit, man. Like it would just he would be
yeah,
all over every sports channel nonstop. But he's in San Antonio and SGA is in OKC. You've got the market players of the NBA are in small, or the marketable players in the NBA are in these small market teams, and it's just it's not bad for the NBA, but it sort of is, right? You would love to have Wembanyama as a Knick or a Laker or a Celtic, or just one of these big name teams, and because you would get so much more coverage. But you know, I like the East as far as watchable basketball. There's not a matchup in the West that I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch that. Like, not one.
in
I
the
don't want to see
West, I
LeBron.
will say the one thing that's intriguing is you mentioned one of the matchups of San Antonio and OKC. The only reason why I would be intrigued is because San Antonio has been slapping them around, and I don't think it's their year to overtake OKC, but the key word is think. And if in the regular season they slap them around a little bit, when they get to an actual playoff series, I am at least interested with Chet Holmgren and Wimby going at it, and then SGA with 39 free throws a game. I
Yeah.
would be interested to see that the drama of that, of like, okay, in the regular season it was all San Antonio. OKC's the reigning champ. And then the other team that I'm interested in seeing to see if they still have a chance at anything, as they have the MVP, that's Denver and the Joker. I'm interested to see if they can gel at the end of the year. They're obviously going to make the playoffs, but what does that look like? What if they take out either the Thunder or the Spurs? Then that can be like, okay, well, that's kind of wild. But other than that, I only named 3 teams. There's 14 teams in the West, and I only care about 3 of them. Like, it's just slim pickings after that. So, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I saw something the other day. Sorry, Ti.
No, you're good, man.
I saw this the other day. Everybody does the LeBron and Jordan comparison. Do you know that by the time that LeBron ends his career, that he will have 11 or 12 head coaches? That to me is just that is insanity that he will have had 11 or 12 head coaches, dude. That is effing nuts. And I was like, how come nobody ever brings that up?
12. Really, it's 11 or 12 assistant head coaches because LeBron is the real head coach. But
yeah.
But,
that's just mind blowing. Like, how are you the GOAT if you have 12 head coaches? That to me makes no sense. But different era. So, anyways, that was my thought. Sorry, T. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I was just gonna pony up on the East thing. I mean, that's what it was a couple episodes back. I mean, it was a couple weeks back, actually. But I was just talking about how nice it was to see this resurgence of East basketball, because when I was growing up and just enamored with the NBA, the West was boring as hell, man. The Jazz, you're just putting me to sleep, man. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, back when, the Lakers had Shaq and Kobe, that was fun. But outside of that, I mean, it was, I loved the Knicks Bulls rivalries. I loved Celtics Pistons. I loved, seeing the Miami Heat, when they had Zoe. Even a couple times when the Hornets, back when they had it, LJ and Zoe and Glenn Rice, those were all fun, man. So it's cool to see the East back in contention and with having more teams that are fun to watch over the West.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, growing up, I was never really a Spurs fan. I always thought the Spurs were boring. Yeah, Tim Duncan, one of the greatest players ever, but you nailed it. Can you imagine Tim Duncan as a Laker? Can you imagine what that would have been like, as opposed to just having him and David Robinson in San Antonio? It was just boring, man. It's just boring. John Stockton, one of the greatest point guards ever lived, just boring. Did not do it for me. The Sonics were fun for a little bit with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, but still overall boring.
Detlef Schrempf.
So yeah.
Hey, listen, he was good on was it NBA Shootout? Detlef couldn't miss, brother.
Yeah. The Kings were fun to watch for a while, when they had Vlade and Jason Williams.
With Weber.
And they were fun. They were fun, but it was still, I mean, the East was king when I was a kid, so it's nice to see the East back.
Yeah, it's good to see Detroit up there. I think Indiana last year, and now you've got those kind of blue bloods, and you've got Detroit playing defensive basketball, and come on in the lane, we're going to knock you out. That kind of atmosphere, dude. I like that, but I'm not a regular season basketball guy. I'm not. It's for the birds. In fact, you can pick 6 teams from the East and 6 teams from the West, and that they were going to the playoffs. I can name them all. It's just the last 2 or 3 now. I'm sorry, there's 10 teams in each that get in now. It's like, why not just make everybody get in? It's not the regular season. I cannot sit down and watch a regular season NBA basketball game. I just can't. To me, the rules don't apply anymore. It's just sort of like, it's almost like wrestling, honestly. And then in the playoffs, they actually start playing a little basketball, and it's entertaining again. And I'll say it for those that didn't hear me in the back row a few shows ago: nothing beats playoff hockey. So there you go.
Right. Yeah, we love some playoff hockey. And yeah, the playoffs in the NBA, that's when they start playing defense. All right. I want to get you guys out of here on this. Did you hear about it? Happened in 2024, but it is blowing up social media now because I guess the hearing and what's going to happen to this lady, she was the mayor. This hot blonde was the mayor of some small town that had, I believe, 11,000 people. and she was drunk at kind of a party, and her son's friend was 16 years old. And this 16-year-old, I'm telling you, he had the time of his life, the night of his life, and then got caught by the brother. They tried to hush it for like 2 years, and it got out. Like, dude, is this like the wildest? Like, who's gonna play this woman on the Lifetime original? We know Dean Cain will be either the husband. We know this. Dean Cain will be. He is signed on. That is breaking news.
He did play Scott Peterson. I mean, of all the roles,
well, he's in all the Lifetime. He has a lifetime contract.
I mean, think about that guy.
A lifetime contract.
His agent comes to him like, "Hey, I got this role. Not sure if you want it. You might want to read the script." I'll take it. Take it.
No,
it's like, you're playing Scott Peterson, who murdered his pregnant wife.
You were Superman. Pretty positive character.
Yeah, I think I'll take it. No, this lady, I read about it. Apparently, she obviously has been recently divorced. The husband has like put all this stuff out of her, like called her like a lying alcoholic, like cheating.
Perfect for a mayor.
You name it.
All the credentials you're looking for.
Every city's mayor.
You're right. The sister and the brother, like like saw him through the window. Like. Yeah, dude. My God,
like,
man.
Is this a southern state? Do we know what state this is? Because I'm going to assume it's down south. That's just all I'm going to say. Like, I'm going to assume it's down
here. It is.
Okay.
I almost don't want to say the state. Like, I don't want to get shunned from ever going to that state, dude.
Right,
like, it's bad. It's so bad. And of course, I will admit, she is attractive. But, like, good Lord.
Well, yeah, the story would be terrible if she wasn't.
It's not a school. Well, right. It would. Well, it wouldn't go viral.
We would be talking about
that right now.
Like, this happens every day, man. This happens all the time. It's the fact that she was hot is why we're talking about it.
It never goes viral when it's the lunch lady with the weird mole on her face. It's never. That doesn't go viral. See, you got.
Yeah, the producer's like, nah. Next story.
This is rule one.
This lady.
Yeah. This is rule one of being viral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Run that story.
We're running that one.
Oh man.
It's
awesome.
Society is just society is so skewed because it's like we can laugh and make fun of that, and we can talk about this 16-year-old who's like, yeah, but like if the roles are reversed, it's like the most horrific story that you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's just like that's just
so different when it's a boy.
It's a tragic story either way, except for obviously the 16-year-old who gets to brag to his friends. But it's very depressing for this woman. I mean, can you imagine? Like, it's one thing to be drunk enough to do this or even think about it. But
she told him she was attracted to him.
Yeah, now you're getting.
If you look again in the story,
the
she told him.
whole world is ridiculing you. It's just, it's just depressing,
What's more depressing?
The world's so crazy,
Before, like while we're having this conversation, I get a notification. This is not even a lie. That says somebody's trying to log on to my OnlyFans. Now, this is funny because I don't have an OnlyFans. Never logged into that. Don't even understand how it's used. So I'm like, hold on. Like somebody's trying to log on to my OnlyFans while we're sitting here talking about this 16-year-old and this teacher who obviously needs to start a OnlyFans account. So there you go. Tied it all together. Tied it all together.
Yes. Well,
yep.
Jeff, if you didn't have an OnlyFans, whose account am I trying to log into then?
Yeah. It says Waldorf, United States, where the on iOS 18.3, Waldorf. I've never had an OnlyFans. I don't know, but so where's Waldorf? Sorry guys, it's TI. Where are you located, brother?
Yeah.
What a show!
I'm located
parts unknown.
I'm parts unknown, like the old '80s wrestlers. I mean, hey, it's you got to just in honor of Britney Spears and her DUI, the mayor, we can say, "Oops, she did it again."
And there you go.
So,
there you go. Yep.
We always like to hit every note. We hit every note.
You got to look in the eyes. You got to look in the eyes. You can see the crazy in the eyes. The mayor. You look at her, you can see it. You look at Britney, you can see it.
Somebody released that body cam.
Swinging around,
Somebody released the body cam of the Britney Spears DWI. Got to see that, bro. TMZ is going to pay $1 million for that. I fucking guarantee.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it's coming.
Always a
It's
pleasure,
coming.
gentlemen. Always
yeah,
a pleasure.
Yep, we hit every note. Always hit every note with Jeff Michael, Sports with Balls. Remember to follow him and us wherever you get your social media. New episodes of Sports Idiot Nation come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means we will see you Monday. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Idiot Nation. Remember, we are on all social media and on YouTube, and the podcast can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Remember, new episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember, because you watch Sports Idiot Nation,
you would be the smartest idiot in the whole world.